Yo, what's going on, guys? It's raining here, and before I start this video, I just want to give a shout out to my bro Ben Attaboy 132 for supplying the gameplay in the background of this video. So thanks again, bro. It really means a lot, and let's get started.
With 1,000 lies in a kitchen sky, hit 'em right between the eyes, hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away,
this video is sponsored by me.
See the lightning in your eyes, see you running for the light.
So, you know, just being your average YouTube guy traveling along the internet and discovering the unknown, that sounded so fucking stupid. But anyway, guys, you know, I just eventually heard of this whole controversy on whether or not this YouTuber named Marina Joyce is indeed in trouble or not. So this really, you know, brought a ton of questions to my head because, one, I've never heard of this YouTuber. I mean, I've seen her in maybe 1 or 2 comedy shorts videos. Aside from that, I did my research on this topic, and it's pretty freaky. Believe it or not, it's kind of freaky. And for those of you who have never heard of Marina Joyce at this point, God, have you guys been living under a rock? If you've never heard of Marina Joyce at this point, you have to look her up because it's like, what have you been doing the past 2 weeks? I'm such a hypocrite too. I've heard about it late too, so don't worry. I was like, everyone else and their grandmother are making videos on this controversy, so why not me? Put my 2 cents in it. It's pretty freaky. I did my research on it, and in fact, I did find a couple of things that I want to point out. So in one of her videos called Day Outfit Ideas, that's got to be one of the most freakiest videos I've ever seen. And in the sense of, you know, before you watch that video, of course, you look at her older videos and you see such a lively person, a lively YouTuber, and it's just, you know, super weird to go to her more recent videos and, you know, someone who just went from, you know, lively and open and, you know, passionate about doing videos out of nowhere becomes this almost antisocial, what the fuck am I doing behind camera sort of person. It's like, okay, so put it this way. I learned how to ride a bike a couple weeks ago when I went to Pennsylvania with my bro. So it took me like maybe 30 tries to finally get the hang of riding a bike. And after I rode a bike, you get the hang of it. Once you get on the bike, don't fucking forget how to ride a bike. It's just like a natural thing. Same thing going behind the camera. You just don't wake up one morning and you're like, what the f? I don't know what to do behind the camera, especially since you've been doing it for how many years? I think 5 years. She's been on this since 2010. Correct me if I'm wrong. But back to the video. Date outfit ideas. If you watch that video, I did my research, and when I say research, I did in fact look up, you know, what's going on, what's this whole thing about, what's, you know, what the hell is going on, pretty much. And when I looked at that video, I looked down in the comments just to see if I can get any clues on, you know, what to look at. And of course I did get some clues, you know, skip here, skip there, and I did find some really weird, not really weird, but it's kind of really freaky stuff in the sense of this. Here's one clip.
The dresses that I'm about to show you are from Lolita Kawaii Shoes.
And here's the other clip. Now tell me, guys, isn't that freaky or what? I don't want to just say that this is a publicity stunt, and of course there are a ton of people who do publicity stunts on YouTube just for views, you know, subscribers, and it's a sad thing. People actually do that. For example, I hate to call him out, but this is how I personally felt with this, you know, entire thing when FaZe Banks put all over Twitter and he said he was going to leave FaZe for good and, you know, made this whole thing. I was like, yo, what the hell? FaZe, if Banks is leaving FaZe, and you know, he led people on to believe that he was leaving and he was doing this and that, and then eventually at the end of it all, he was like, no guys, I'm in FaZe 2.0. I was never leaving FaZe. Come on guys. I'm like, oh, come on, man. You shouldn't be leading on your fans like that. It's kind of dumb. But that's just my whole thing on it. A lot of people actually do certain things like that for publicity stunts, but at the same time, I don't want to call this a publicity stunt or jump the gun, really. Jump to conclusions or assume things and make assumptions that this could be, even though it can be. But you know, seeing those bruises on her arms and, you know, all of that, it's just something unexplainable. You can't really explain something like that. It's just like you look at that and you're like, what the fuck just happened? You know, I mean, for a publicity stunt, you have to have one hell of a fucking makeup artist to do some bruises on your arms like that for each video. No doubt. But I really highly doubt a makeup artist was in her house doing bruises on her arms just for the sake of a video and to worry her fans. No, I doubt it, and it's just really weird. You notice in her videos, she's always looking off to the corners of the camera, and it's weird. And I say this because I've personally never seen anything like that before. But I don't know, guys. I'm probably gonna get a ton of dislikes on this video, so I don't know. If you guys can give this video a thumbs up, it would help me out a lot, especially if any Marina Joyce fans come along and hear me saying that could be a possible publicity stunt. Kick my ass for it. But no, if any of you guys, fans from her, I'm not really jumping the gun here. I'm just giving out a possible conclusion to the whole idea. But aside from that, who knows? Who knows? It's really weird, and it's something that you can't really explain. Or in this case, I don't really know what we can do as viewers other than encourage her to open up without actually annoying the shit out of her. Pretty much. But a lot of her close friends apparently have been saying that she's okay. Parents, family, all of this saying that she's okay. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it could be because of that. Publicity stunt possibility. Not saying anything for sure, but that could be, just putting it out there. Putting it out there. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna kind of cut it here. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.